court so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my...
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Packers and the Falcons coming up next.
The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota. Johnson, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mariota finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On play action, Mariota. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
Hey, 626!
Rodgers on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard territory. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota got a man. It's London. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Mariota now to throw on first down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown!
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They run again here with Gray. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their own 37.
They'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. To throw Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taken in at the 11. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their 25-yard line. Now Mariota. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devontae Wyatt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Dancing under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken right around the 44. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go with Lindsey up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On play action, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Dillon again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. On the give, this is their fullback. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. Let's take it at around the 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now, making his presence felt early in this one. 1st half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On second down, Mariota again, being chased out left. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Third and short yardage, Mariota. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here. Just taking it to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 31, Mariota. It's hauled in by Shepard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get it back out to you guys in just a minute. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taking in at the 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
That's right. All right, guys. All right.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A give up the middle to Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their own 21. To throw is Mariota.
A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Let's take it inside his own 40.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Some extra space following the display of power down just inside the 45.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. There's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Packers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Is one thing. Now they get to